Hi there, crafty friends. Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa, and today we are going to make a couple cards using Spellbinders. Everything is Spellbinders today, it seems like. So we will be using the BetterPress plates. I've got the Open If You Dare. I love that skeleton in there. We've also got the spider web background, and I just loved this. Wait till you actually see this press into the paper. It's amazing. And then we're also using the Halloween icons. Now, I looked this morning, and Firefly Farm did have this on their website. If you're interested in purchasing, we will just be using these sentiments from here, though, today. So that is that. But I wanted to talk about paper real quick, because this paper can add up. Now, I just used a piece of regular black here, and I hot foiled it. But over here on this one, I did the LetterPress, and I used the Spellbinders paper, but to be honest, it's a little pricey. So what I did was I did a little research. Now, you can purchase a pack of the Spellbinders paper, the cotton cards, the cotton panels. You get 25 A2 panels, and that comes out to 52 cents per 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that's expensive. There's no room for error there. I went on Amazon and I got a pack of the Kane's Lettra. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. You get a pack of 125 sheets, 8 1/2 by 11 for $67.47. Granted, that's a lot of money up front, but you get 500 pieces once you cut that into 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then it is only 13.5 cents each, which is a big difference compared to 52 cents. So I actually will be using a lot more of this paper than the Spellbinders. I will still use the Spellbinders, but it will only be for like very, very special cards. And you can see there's a little bit of difference in the color, but not much. And they feel the same. It is a little bit thinner. I'm not sure if you can actually see that, but not a whole lot. So I found that the Kane's Lettra, the Lettra paper, works just as well as the Spellbinders, and it's a lot more inexpensive. You know, when we do our crafting and we make multiples, you know, the cost really does count. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a lot of things we're going to do today. I think we will do our hot foiling first. I already have my machine all ready. Let me get this out of the way. And I wanted to show you that you can also do hot foiling with the LetterPress plates. Now, they say that you can hot foil with these, but you are not supposed to press with the hot foil plates. There is a little bit of a height difference, but you know what? I did it. I took the little shims out. It probably voided my warranty, but I did it and it worked fine. So caution, if you're going to do that, you know, you'll probably void your warranty, but it does work, which was pretty exciting. So we're going to hot foil this first. I've got my foil already out and cut. Today I am using the matte silver, and I just love this color. We're waiting for this to warm up. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. I do check all comments and I respond. If you ask me a question, if you just leave me a nice comment, I will just give you a little heart. YouTube loves comments and thumbs up, and please subscribe and share me with your friends. I would appreciate it. We're almost ready here. I'm waiting for the, oh, timer went off. Yep, that's pretty warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out first, because it does shift if you don't pull it out first. So I've got my foil. I'm going to put my foil on there. I've got my black cardstock. Now this is Stampin' Up! Basic Black, and I have found that I can foil, hot foil on all of their colors without overfoiling, and it is absolutely beautiful. Their paper is pretty smooth, and it works great. So now I'm going to put my plates on there. I am going to run this through my machine. We're going to put this back on there. Let's get this off of there. And I am going to remove this plate. I actually have, I don't know where my little magnet is. I'm going to take this plate off, and we are going to put on our sentiment plate so we can also do our sentiments. And this is fantastic because you get 2, 4, 6, 8 sentiments on one plate, and then you can cut them out all at once with the coordinating die. I just love when they do that. So let's take a look. We hot foiled our LetterPress, and that came out beautiful. Now, if you noticed, I did stick an extra piece of black cardstock behind that when I ran it through, just because I wanted a little bit more pressure. I wanted it to kind of give us a LetterPress look on the regular paper, and it did do that. I wish you could feel it. You can really feel those impressions, and that is so pretty. So we've got one panel ready. We just turned on our timer for this one. So our timer went off. It is ready. Let's go ahead and pull this out in case it shifts. There you go. We'll put our foil on there, just like that. And then our little piece of cardstock. I'm just using one here because I'm not worried about letterpressing the sentiment. We'll run this through. I will turn that off now since we won't be using it anymore. And let's take a look at our sentiments. They came out perfect. That is amazing. Okay, so let's set that aside. We will need this plate. So I'm going to let that cool off. Just put this over here. And that stays warm for quite a while, actually. So now we can bring in our letterpress. So I just love this. Let's go ahead and see. You know what? I'm going to use the paper I got on Amazon just so I can show you. So let's get our cobweb in there. And we need to ink this up really, really well. But first, let's prep our paper. Now, when I purchased the BetterPress, I got a roll of Spellbinders yellow tape. But I have found that I like this Easy C tape better. I also got this on Amazon, and I will put a link to this. It doesn't seem to tear quite as much. With this cotton paper, it does have a tendency to stick. So I've got 2 pieces here of the Amazon paper. And even if I use 2, that's 27 cents versus 52. So it's still much more economical. And I am doing that just so I can attach them together. Then I will take 2 pieces of my Easy C tape, and we're going to line that up on the grid here. Tape that down, and now we can ink up our plate. And I am using the BetterPress ink, the black. And there is, I've seen people, you kind of have to twist it, which really does help get that ink on there a little better. It is a hard foam. It's not like it's not actually foam. I think it's more like felt. And so you want that harder surface for your ink pad because you don't want the ink to go into the other areas on accident. You just want it to stay on top of the plate. So we're just going to make sure we get that inked up really well. I think we've got that inked up pretty good. It does take a little bit of time because you want to make sure that you get every little spot on there. So let's go ahead and put our plate on, and it fits right in those magnets. I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. I am so excited. Let's see what we got. And that is amazing. Let's take that little piece of paper off, piece of tape off there. And see, it did kind of rip it. And that's why I actually like the Easy C paper or Easy C tape just a little bit more, because it is a little bit more gentle. And we can just peel that little piece off of there. And that is perfect. I wish you could see the dimension on there. If I flip it over, you can really see how all of those lines came through, and that plate is really pressed in there. So this is the one that I had behind the one that we pressed. And you can see those lines perfectly too. So you know it's really pressing into that paper. And I will save this. I'll use this a couple times. There's no reason to just throw it away now. I will use it for other images that I press. So let's go ahead and now we will do our sentiment. And these really stick on there. That magnet is pretty darn strong. So we've got our sentiments. Actually, I just used the black ones, but I want to show you how easy it is to go ahead and do this. I've got a piece of, no, we're using white. We are using the white for this, and I'll use this piece again. Let's just get this taped up. Just because I want it too thick, because I want to make sure that that impression is really good. And when I say too thick, I mean 2 pieces thick. So we can get a good letterpress impression. So let's ink this up. Same thing, we're going to kind of twist. And they say when you clean these plates, they do feel a little weird. You could feel they have like a coating on them. And they say when you clean them, you are supposed to use a little fiber off of there. You are supposed to use the Ranger cleaner, but I don't have that yet. So I've just been using my Stampin' Mist because I love that. If I could purchase that in a 5-gallon bucket, I would. And it seems to be working fine. So there we go. We're all inked up. I've got my paper on there. Snap it in place and let's go run this through the machine. Let's see. It looks like it fell off. I didn't tape it very well, but that came out great. You know, we have a little bit of over inking where it just fell, but that's okay because we are going to die cut this and nobody will even see that. So let's take this off to the side. We are all done with this. And now we can get ready to build. But first, let's die cut. We need to die cut our sentiments. Oh, we forgot our, we're not done yet. We forgot our skeleton. So let's take this off of there. We'll do our skeleton. It is the same thing. I'm just going to take 2 pieces of my paper here. I will reuse this one. I will tape those together. Just like that. Then I will tape it onto my plate over here. And it's really nice. They give you those grid lines, which are 4 1/4 by 5.5. They are for your standard A2. We can tape that on there a little bit more aggressively in the corner because we're only doing the center. So let's go ahead and ink this up. All right, let's take a look. This is actually my second. I went ahead and did 2 because we need 2 for each of, or we need 1 for each of our cards. We are doing 2 cards. And this came out beautifully. I just love that. I wish you could see that. I mean, you run your fingers over it because it is so amazing. It is just so amazing to be able to do letterpress at home. So let's get that off of there. I need to separate my other one. And now we can die cut. I got a little ahead of myself there earlier. So I am bringing in my Lawn Fawn stitched rectangles again, and I am using the second largest. I am just going to go ahead and tape that on there. And I'm just kind of centering that on the sides, but I want to make sure that I leave room at the bottom for my sentiment. So let's tape that on there. And then we will also be cutting out our sentiments. And these line up beautifully. Look how well those line up. I'm not directly over it. I think I got it pretty centered. So let's die cut. And I will also do my black ones. All right, there we are, all die cut out, and they just look perfect. They just pop right out of there. And I think we'll use Happy Haunting, just like I did on the other samples, or let's do Happy Halloween. They just pop right out of that die, super easy. And then you've got a whole bunch of sentiments for later. I love that when they do multiples like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything put together. That was so simple, so quick. And I really just wanted to show you that we have little fibers all over, that you can get two different looks out of your letterpress plates. What do we need here? I need my little layering pieces and my foam. You can get different looks. You can hot foil with your letterpress plates. You can letterpress, and they have other inks, other color inks, so you can do all sorts of different colors. I know that they've got some flowers, some flower plates. I haven't done those yet. Let's put this on there. Just like that. I did my layering pieces. I pre-cut them. And it looks like I've got some fibers here. I think I need new plates for my die cutting machine. That's all right. A little bit of ink or glue there. If you have fibers on your die cuts, you can take your eraser and just kind of shave those off. You're not shaving, you're just kind of rubbing them off, and then they will disappear. Just like that. That is perfect. And nobody will be the wiser. All right, let's add to this one. And you can move it around. And then, of course, I will be adding a piece of fun foam behind here because I want dimension. Just like that. Then we can add these to our panels already. And I did offset these, but you can put them right in the center. You can put them anywhere you want. I offset them towards the bottom because I wanted all of those cobwebs to really, really show. So we'll just try to center that, place that on there. There we've got our second, just like that. And these came together so quickly. Those are adorable. So for my card with the white background, the LetterPress background, I just grabbed some of my honeybee gem stickers and I just threw a couple of those on there. Let's add our sentiment. I am using my foam strips. So we already did our gems on the LetterPress background. Let's put our gems on the hot foil background. And for this one, I just used PinkFresh Studio Metallic Silver Pearls. Oops. And I think I used 5 on this one because there were different sizes in here and it just gave it a little bit more detail. So we've got a medium, a little bitty one, we need another medium, and a couple smalls up here. There we go. I just did a trio. Now all my embellishments are attached, and all we have to do is put these on card bases. This was so simple. I hope you enjoyed this video today showing you that you can also use BetterPress plates for hot foiling and how easy and quickly they come together. I really wish you could see all that detail. I'm going to try to take really good pictures so you can see all those raised images. That is so neat. Let's add our hot foiled one. I have to be careful here because my gems are still a little bit wet. There we go. And 2 cards complete. That was so simple. Thank you so much for watching. Let me get all my paper fibers off of there. I appreciate you spending time with me. I have more Halloween sets that I want to use, and I am super excited to show you those. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.